Champy, come here. Hey. No rapping. We're singing. No. How? Every time I see your mouth, I hear that smile. In the early misty morning light, I heard the engine turning, the old Ford outside. Believe it may, again today, you will convince me. Again today, you're leaving this old town looking for someone else's golden ring. Should I say so long, Susanna? Hush now, don't you cry. So long, Susanna. Don't you cry for me. Sharing Jesus cigarettes and keeping warm out on the road. Chasing down the lifestyle out on Highway 24. New York State was a rolling breeze and the sunshine with a blue sky falling. The chill of old September creeping. You believe in me. Again today, you will convince me. Again today, you're leaving this hot town looking for someone else's golden ring. Should I say so long, Susanna? Hush now, don't you cry. So long, Susanna. Hush now, don't you cry. Good evening, good people. Wednesday night here on the internet. Although I think if you're down under, it's Thursday morning. Time is a relative thing, according to one Alfred Einstein. He ran the deli over there in Flatbush, Brooklyn. Old Alfred. He said time was relative. Oh, there's my other earbud. I lost it. I just found it. I don't see a pinned thing. Thursday something. Oh, Thursday lunchtime. I had nothing better to do while sitting on the toilet. This place like a rest my whole head. Together my thoughts in sweet silence. This is place where the feelings are dead. From an overexposure to violence. This is a place I can slowly face, the only one I truly can know. These are tears from a long time ago. Got these tears from a long time ago. I need to cry 30 years or so. These are tears from a long time ago. Well, oh darling, you say I'm the man. Where have you been all my lifetime? I have been swimming the 7 sad seas. 4 women have tossed me their lifelines. Life pulled them into the water, stuck her in. I'd have found them, but I didn't know. These are tears from a long time ago. Got these tears from a long time ago. I need to cry 30 years or so. These are tears from a long time ago. Oh, I had the groove going there. Little groovy action. Little groove happening. All right, what's happening, good people? What's going down? You know, I had a really good talk with Cindy Kuhn today, and we both came to the realization. Well, Cindy came to the realization about herself, and then I came to the realization about me. That both Cindy and I have authentic selves that are left of center. And sometimes in an attempt to seem more businessy, we try to gloss over that. And everyone can see through it. So what the fuck are we hiding from? Sometimes I'll see someone during the day and they'll have seen me on LinkedIn the night before. And they're like, that live, I saw you on that live last night. That's a little weird. It's a little weird. A little cussy. You sure you want to put your brand out there like that? And yeah, I do. You know what hit me today is one of the first things I did with AI was automations. I did Zapier automations, cams and black bar. Oh yeah, cams. I did Zapier automations, and I very quickly got bored with Zapier automations. And what hit me today is why. They're not bad. Like, people that are into automation and efficiency and things like that, they're fucking awesome. But like when N8N came out and everyone was talking about, oh, N8N's better than Zapier, it's better than Make. And then they're like, it's a little hard, but it's better. I didn't learn it at all. And what struck me today is I didn't learn about all that automation stuff because I don't give a shit. The thing that lights me on fire, the reason I have this channel, the stories that I tell of people from this community who've reinvented themselves, what do they all have in common? Self-expression. Like my passion for new technology, my passion for what AI makes possible is the ability for us as humans to be fully self-expressed. Which reminded me how fully self-expressed I have not been being. And you're like, but Kyle, you're on here all the time. How could you be any more self-expressed? What, are you going to go 24/7? It's not really about that. It's like, if you know, you know. It's like, what I recognized in talking with Cindy today, TikTok question. Heard of pommel? No, I haven't. I don't know what it is. I'll get back to that. I'm a sailor in the land of cuss. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? Oh, prompt orchestration markup language. I assume that pommel is a fancier version of JSON. So, again, I think structured prompting is fine. I also think that non-structured prompting is fine. I think there's a lot of different ways that you can, I mean, it's called a large language model, right? ChatGPT is a large language model. And you can come at language in a lot of ways. There are people that study Shakespeare that analyze every syllable of every line and look for every missing chunk of iambic pentameter. And there are people that understand the words on the page and just say them. And neither of them are wrong. And it's the same way with large language models. So if Pommel's like a more successful version of JSON prompting, then great. Sounds cool. Anyway, back to the self-expression thing. I think to some degree, like where I've been hiding is in like just really declaring what I give a shit about. I mean, sure, I'm passionate about AI, but what about AI? And it's the self-expression piece. It's the fact that people can get ideas out of their head and bring them to life. And that to me is fucking everything. It's life. And I haven't been doing it. And so I'll give you a specific example. If you're like, well, you know, what would be different? I'll give you a specific example. Every night for 5 nights a week, I generate 1.5 to 2 hours of content. Over the past 2.5 years, I've put about 1,500 hours of YouTube videos, you know, in the form of archives of these lives out there, plus AI Salon meetings, plus AI Readiness podcast. What have I done with that content? Nothing. I've ignored it. Lord Digital Gods, bless his heart, takes it upon himself to make sure that all those YouTube videos have a description and chapters. So like they're all discoverable. If you go to the YouTube channel for the AI Learning Lab, there's fucking 1,500 hours of stuff. You want to go find out what we were talking about in, you know, spring of 2023? It's there. You can search it. I've never gone back and taken one of those videos and put it into an AI video processor and chopped out cool little sound bites and shared them. Why is that? I don't know. For me, there's something about having the AI Learning Lab channel as this thing I just talk into, that in a weird kind of way I can not take responsibility for. I just said it. But if I go back and look at it and actually analyze it and say, what was good about that? What was good about it? What was bad about it? Hey, here's the thing I said that I think is really good. Then I actually have to own that. And that's the thing I've been avoiding. And that's fucking stupid. It's stupid. I have good things to say. I've changed people's lives. And yet, for some weird reason, I feel this urge to sit in the shadows of this thing I've created that I somehow think is separate from me. It's not separate from me, but in my mind it is. In this fucking crazy straw of a brain. And so I don't own the shit. I don't own my stuff. And that's what I'm going to start working on. And if you're new here, you're like, what the fuck is he talking about? Welcome. Living is forward momentum. So is self-expression. So there's something that I want to do tonight that something's been bugging me that I want to do something about. So it used to be when I would do these here lives, we had a much more direct connection to the AI Salon. And I've kind of lost that. And so here's what I'd like you to do. If you're a member of the AI Salon, I want you to go there right now. And if you're not a member of the AI Salon, go to community.thesalon.ai. So the salon.ai is the URL. Put a community in front of it. Community.thesalon.ai and join. And I want to do a little bit of a flash mob on the AI Salon. So when you first get to the AI Salon, you're going to get to, there's a little like 7-step thing. And the first thing I want you to do is I want you to go to step number 6, the water cooler. And I want you just to say hello. I want you to just jump in there and go, here, I'll do the first one. Hey there from the AI Learning Lab. Flash Mob. So just go post something in water cooler. Something pithy, I don't know, something. All right? Just go post in there. Yeah, perfect. Hi all from Kelly Camp. Hello Kyle et al. Like say something to one another. Hey, they're from AI Learning Lab via my comfy bed in New Hampshire. Perfect. This is great. Beautiful. Flash turtle mob. Exactly. Good. And I want you to take in, like, even if you've been in the salon for ages, like over the summer, the activity in the salon's kind of gone down. And part of it is I'm not driving a lot of activity there. And part of it is just summer. But I want us to remind ourselves, like, there's this amazing community there. So just say hi to people. So that's good. Okay, good. So next, I want you to go down under the community section and go to look what I made. And it's our show and tell. And the latest one in there is Sharon Crawford, a very cute little butterfly. And so what I want you to do right now is you can either post a tip and a trick. So if you've got some sort of cool trick you've got, put that in tips and tricks. Or if you want to show and tell something, I want you to go find an image and post it, or a song, or a poem, or a PDF, or an application. I don't care. Anything you've made. Okay? Something you're proud of. So let me see. What am I going to do? What have I got here? I think I have some interesting things. Oh, these are the things from last night. These were kind of cool. All right. I want to post this one, because that one just looks like a Tarantino film. This was from last night's AI, what did I call it? AI improv session, which those we're going to bring back. I had fun last night. I don't know if you did, but we're going to bring those back. And we're going to make those much more interactive. Brandon had a good idea about that. Producer Brandon is rocking it pretty good right now. Okay. So I just posted that cool picture. And then I think I'll comment. Oops, I gave myself a thumbs up. That's very rude. Very rude of me. I'm gonna post a comment of the kitchen lady who went with him. All right. And so here's my request. So go post something, and then also comment or like give heart emojis on other people's work. All right? Okay. Then, and you can be doing this all night. You don't need to do this all right now. So the first place is in number 6, the water cooler. Just connect with people. Under community, look what I made. Post some work. And then under the latest news, I want you to go into the news section and just post some news item you've got. So I'm going to run over to X and find a news item. And like the whole point of the AI Salon is for all of us to support one another. So what I'm kind of reminded of tonight is, yeah, let's get back to that. Let's get back to supporting one another, sharing things. All right, let me see if I can find a news piece that I think's interesting. We're going to have producer Brandon up here in a second. Introducing Quen Edit. Oh, that's Korea. They've got some new shit up there. Using Flow, you can build stories with consistent characters. That's not really news. Let's see. You can now lock Grok in kids mode. Oh, the kids can't make porn anymore? That's a bummer. Plot twist. Kids mode is also a porn. All right, this is good. This is good. I'm going to go copy this. Copy link, and then I'm going to go back to the AI Salon. I'm going to go, looks like we may have GPT-6 sooner than later, maybe before end of the year. I'll paste that in there. Bang, bang, bing, bang, boom. Boom. There's a little news thing. All right. And then the last place that I want you to go is to the Irregulars Channel. So the Irregulars Channel is what we have going here. So just, you can either share something cool, like Danielle shares a ton in here, Lord Digital God shares a ton in here, but just jump over to the chat. And even though we've got the chat for we've got the chat on YouTube and we've got the chat on TikTok. Just jump over the chat and say, "Hey, irregulars." So let me, hey, irregulars! Exclamation point. Let's see if I can find the weird graphic. We're not weird. Irregulars. Oh, that's a cool one. Oh, this is a cool one. This was from Suzanne did this ages ago. This is when I don't know if this was ChatGPT or what it was. Oh, am I not sharing this tab? I'm not sharing the right tab, am I? No. Oh wait, am I? Yeah, I am. Okay. There we go. Hey, irregulars. Fun, janky spelling from a year or so ago from Suzanne. Let's pop that in there in the old chat. All right. So just go chat, share cool things. All right. So 4 different places tonight. The water cooler, and water coolers out there for anyone to see. Look what I made. So go share some shit. Let's look at what Ocean shared. Nice image. Nice Valerie. Beautiful. Corey Sandler taking a dump. Well, the angel's taking a dump. She's taking a dump in her pants on the toilet, which is nice. That's solid. All right. If you got a news item, go post a news item, and then just connect in irregulars. And so throughout tonight, what I would request that you do is just be active in the salon. All right. I want us to remember, to remind ourselves, to remind myself to be more active in this community. I think it's super important. All right. With that, I would love to have producer Brandon come up. So one of the things that I did not do today, I had a very, very busy day. One of the things I did not do today, which I normally do, is watch like the Google event. So Google had their Pixel 10 event, and they announced a pile of new things. They had Jimmy Fallon. Was it Jimmy Fallon? I think it was Jimmy Fallon. They had one of the late night show hosts hosting, and producer Brandon paid attention to all that. So, producer Brandon, what's happening?
Hello.
Hello. Why don't you tell us and the good people what did you learn today?
Yeah, so I learned Google is trying to eat Apple's lunch when it comes to AI.
Apple is giving them a big long runway to take that plane off on. At some point, maybe Apple will do something, but how are they trying to eat their lunch the most? What did you see today?
Yeah,
that felt like it was in the hood.
So they've been working on the Pixel series, which is their version of the iPhone, for 9 years now. And this was their 10th generation. They made a big deal. They had a bunch of celebrities. It was a big upscaled event from where it typically is for a Pixel launch event. Curiously, you can't buy any of this hardware until October. But because Apple's event is in September, they're doing the pre-launch in August.
They wanted to preempt it. Yeah, that's really funny. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
And so they listed 7 new hardware devices out today. So everything from phones, including a foldable phone, to a new generation of their watch, which has end of pulse detection. So if your heart stops in the middle of the night, your watch can call 911 for you, which is really cool.
Why hasn't someone done that before? Like, that seems like an obvious one, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think they finally got the the heartbeat detection high enough that they're confident it won't send false positives.
Oh.
Um,
The ambulance keeps coming to pick you up.
yeah. I don't know. I stand up too fast. My watch warns me, like, "Are you sure you're okay, bud?" Yep, nope, just out of shape. And so the earbuds and the whole nine yards. But one of the things that Google has kind of become known for is they release all of this new flagship hardware and all these new software updates with the hardware.
Uh-huh.
And then if you're like me and you're on Pixel 9, if you wait till like, I don't know, November, suddenly you get most of what the Pixel 10 has, right?
Yeah.
And so, but if you're new to the Pixel line, it's best in class camera. It continues to have the best in class camera. And what they've started doing now is they've started to incorporate generative AI into Google Photos. We saw this last year with generative background fill and Magic Edit, where you could reimagine the subject of your picture. Now they've taken it a step further with VO built in, and they can do things with photo to video. So you take a photo from your photo reel, and you've got two options. You can do subtle movement, or you can do the famous "I'm feeling lucky" button. So here is a picture of my dog. That's your screen. I'm going to take your screen down for just a second so I can bring mine up. And we are going to see my dog. So I gave it a reference image. This was the reference image I gave it of my dog. And I just said, "I'm feeling lucky," and this is what I got in response. A fun little image of my dog wearing some shades and a fedora. So, we're starting to see
It's a bucket hat.
a bucket hat. Yeah, thank you. Google Gemini would have corrected me. But so I think we're starting to see with Google's approach is that they're taking what they can do with large language models and AI and baking it into the products that they already have
Yeah.
in their toolkit. And
Yeah.
they're introducing AI in a way that doesn't feel like we're shoving Gemini down your throat.
Yep.
They are shoving Gemini down your throat in a lot of different ways, but this is not one of them. And so I thought that was a really cool, nice little subtle way to inject AI into one of their already popular products.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that they did absolutely took the stage, blew my mind, and felt like next generation tech, and might be the reason that some people drop Apple for Google Pixel line. And that is real-time translation on device. So they're not sending anything into the cloud. Everything's happening on your device, which I called yesterday. I said they're going to release some sort of on-device processing for AI.
Yep.
But what this is doing is for phone calls, it is introducing a concept of you're on the phone with somebody who doesn't speak your language. You can turn on the translation and have it real time translate. So it takes whatever you're saying in English and translates it to whatever language that the other person speaks. The key thing here is it's going to clone your voice and match your inflection and tonality. So they did a really cool demo with Jimmy Fallon up on stage, and I've got it queued up here if we want to take a minute and watch it.
Cool.
Come over here.
Pixel can now translate phone calls in real time.
Can you hear that?
And Jimmy, we do this in your own voice, inflections and everything, okay? And now you can have a conversation in Spanish, Japanese, Hindi, and more. And the thing is, Pixel handles the translation entirely on device. So your phone conversations, they're gonna stay private.
Hola, Sofía. Hola, Jimmy.
Hola, Karen. All right, so we'll turn on the translation feature. I head to Call Assist, Voice Translate, choose the language, and...
Call is translated by Google AI. In each speaker's voice, audio is not saved.
Hi, Karen. Can you hear me? Does this work?
Hola, Karen. ¿Puedes oírme? ¿Funciona esto?
Hola. What's up? Hello. I'm the crazy person listening to you in Spanish.
Okay, this is really cool. I can't believe how fast it's working.
Eso es realmente genial. No puedo creer lo rápido que está funcionando.
Por primera vez, Google Pixel 10. For the first time, Google Pixel 10 will be available in Mexico.
What? That is so exciting.
Each morning, you can use
Wow.
VO.
And it goes on like that, but that's the gist of it. But yeah, I mean, to kick myself off the stage, we're really entering a new world where AI is becoming a helpful, productive assistant that we always thought it could be in the sci-fi movies. So
Yeah,
that was
and
Google VO and Google I/O.
a transparent one. Wow, very cool. Awesome. Thanks for the update. And Ann Murphy coming in hot, saying, fan of Jimmy Kimmel, not of Jimmy Fallon. It's a controversial take, but she's taking a stand. That's Ann Murphy. She's willing to do it. She's willing to stand up for what she believes in. We need to push image generation and posting during the lives. Exactly. Danielle, I totally agree. So let's do that. Let's go to, I guess not everyone has activity or has access to what's it called? Midjourney. So let's do it in ChatGPT. So here's what we'll do. Okay. Let's do. All right. What are we gonna do? I want to do something fun and interesting.
Oh, Kyle.
Yes, sir.
So two things. One, three things. Anne Murphy says she'll die on that hill, by the way. Which we have a little conspiracy thing, conspiracy theory
About the Jimmies, the late night Jimmies.
about Jimmy Fallon specifically.
Oh.
Because Jimmy Fallon, being a huge Apple fanboy, seems like a strategic choice if they're going to get him to switch and give him a free year of Google AI Pro and get him to talk about how much he loves Google now that he's made the switch. So we think there's something there. Yeah. But more importantly than that, in AI Life Hacks today, Danielle keyed us into something that I think we knew about but promptly forgot about. And that is that Sora inside of ChatGPT can generate images, and it can do so faster and with somewhat better quality and context than just regular ChatGPT imaging.
Oh, great. Okay. So let's go. So assuming you're paying $20 a month, you've got Sora. So go to Sora.com or within ChatGPT. Oh, wait, share this tab instead. Oh, can you unshare your thing so I can share my thing? There we go. Okay. Within ChatGPT, on the left-hand side, you can choose Sora, or you can just pop over to sora.chatgpt.com. And then we're going to go to images. All right. So we'll do 3 by, the fact that they don't have 16 by 9 yet is just astounding to me. Anyway, let's do 4 up images. Okay, let's do okay. I want you to do something around creative self-expression. So I'm going to use that as the prompt.
Tab.
Oh, tab. Which tab? Oh, tab. All right. So I'm going to do, I like that crocheted piece, but let's see. Let's do a surreal photograph that represents creative self-expression. Include the words I create as I speak. That's good enough. All right. So here we go. Added to the queue, my media. Now, I thought I was doing 4 variations. Maybe I am. All right, 2%. So I want everybody to be playing along. I don't care if you're playing in Midjourney or Ideogram or Pika or Kriya or ChatGPT. Just be doing something that involves creative self-expression. Okay? This is a wide prompt. And then I want you either to share it in the show and tell area or in Irregulars or both. I don't give a shit. I just want some activity on the salon. I want us to remind ourselves how much fun it can be when you get in there and share what you're working on. All right? Oh, something messed up with the mic volume? Uh-oh, what happened? My Sora crashed. That was weird. Oh, and by the way, I did restart my machine last night. If you were here last night. And nothing worked. Remember my machine just crapped out like midway through the night? Maybe it was toward the end. All right. Here we go. Erica, what's happening? Who else we got in here? Danielle, Dr. J, William C. Alan, I'm an accountant. What is this creative self-expression you talk of? I'll tell you what, Alan. So many years ago, when I was the chief creative officer of agency.com, which was an agency that I founded in the mid-90s, there was a bit of a kerfuffle with our account people and our project managers who were feeling a little, as the Gen Zers would say today, they were feeling a little triggered. And the finance people were in there too. They were feeling a little triggered. Because what had kind of happened was our creative group was taking a lot of, those are fascinating. Our creative group was taking a lot of credit for being the creative people in the company. And what it kind of implied that no one else was creative. And one of the things that struck me when that rift came up is that what the creative team had done was they collapsed 2 different things that are actually very distinct things. There's the creative product, which the creative team is responsible for, right? They're making the images, they're making the website designs, they're making, if we're doing videos, they're making audio choices, they're doing writing. That's the creative product. But the thing that they were collapsing into it was creative process. So even as an accountant, you can be creatively self-expressed with accounting. You don't want to get too creative with the numbers, but like if doing accounting is something you're passionate about, and it is a form of self-expression, if you take pride in how you put together numbers, in my opinion, that is full-on creative self-expression. It's just the creative process part. It's not creative product. So that's actually a really important distinction. So I'm glad you brought that up. What the hell is going on with my screen sharing? Is just not happy. It just keeps going away. But anyway, here's my images. As I speak, I create as I speak, which, by the way, I don't know if you knew that. So let's go make the images even more surreal and include the word abracadabra as well. So the translation of abracadabra, the magic phrase or the magic word, is I create as I speak. I just did a TikTok video on this today, that AI, here's what I've been thinking. And this was partially because of the conversation I had with Cindy Kuhn, and partially just because I've been thinking a lot about this. Like, why does it make sense for a guy with a fine arts degree in acting to be talking about AI at all? Well, with AI, you create as you speak. And what are actors? They're speakers. What are writers? They're speakers. What are liberal arts people? They're people that play in language, that play in philosophy, that play in ideas, that play in the why of what we do, not just the what of what we do. And so what's striking me is that the people that are going to be most powerful with AI moving forward are the people that are good with language. It doesn't mean that having skills in other areas isn't valuable. It is. But people that are facile with being able to just think broadly about society, about culture, about empathy, are just going to be very facile with these tools. And so that was something that struck me today, that I this is the area that I want to start being fully self-expressed in for me personally, right? Not hide from that, not run from that. Not pretend that it's that all AI is is used in the same kind of way. That thinking about AI as a tool for self-expression is what I'm all about. So, because I get math doesn't make me unempathetic. No, it doesn't. And I would encourage you to, to the extent that you can be an ambassador, a bridge to that community, that would be great. And it doesn't, listen, it also doesn't mean you don't have to be empathetic. You don't have to be good with language to be good at AI. You can approach it from a completely, code and math and structured language kind of place. I'm not saying one is better than the other. I'm saying where I'm coming from, this idea of creative self-expression is what it's all about. Okay, so this didn't, you lost the translation of I create as I speak. Oh man, the thing just crashed again. What is going on with my machine? All right, let's see. Between those two images is what I want. You should have both. Abracadabra, and I create as I speak. And the image shouldn't just be a magician, but a surreal scene that represents full self-expression. Is everybody, are you out there sharing? Money is an agreed upon story that we share. If we stop believing money is worthless. Yep. Everything is a story that we agree to. Every brand, every company. This is something I've thought a lot about when I was doing web development in the 90s, when we're taking these big brands and building websites for them. Did that just crash again? No. That's fine. You're fine, Brendan. When I was working on these big websites for the Fortune 500, one of the things that struck me is that a brand is just basically a promise to the customer that all of the employees agree to basically tell the same story. And at any point, they could stop telling that story. They could just say this brand no longer exists. They could literally end a brand, end a company by just deciding not to tell that story anymore. And I think COVID was a really interesting moment in global shared narrative. The global shared narrative was when you work, you leave your house and you go to a building and you stay there for 8 hours and you take a little break here and there and then you go back to your house. That was the narrative that we shared globally. That overnight, like literally overnight, we decided to tell a different story. You don't have to leave your house to work. And it was surreal and it was weird and nobody thought it would work. You know? So, wild. Stories is wild. Wild. I can't share on the salon anymore? What do you mean, Silver Fox? Like you can't upload an image? All right, these are cool. Abracadabra. Like as I create a speak. I like this one. All right. We're going to download this. That's a PNG. Okay, that should work. All right, so I'm going to go to the salon. We're going to share this tab instead. I'm going to go to Irregulars. I'm going to share a cool thing. Yeah, Brandon, if you can help Silver Fox, that would be great. Haven't been able to for weeks. Yikes. Okay, so Brandon, one of the things we should check into is I'm wondering if when we did something with Mastermind, if people's permissions got whacked. It's possible that we screwed some stuff up. Downloads on it. Thank you, sir. Abracadabra, as I create a speak. Boom, boom, boom. There was a problem. Of course there was. Oh, mighty networks. Thank you for sharing that, Silver Fox. And you know, it's one of the reasons it's good that I'm doing this tonight, because it's like we might have not have ever known that. So thank you. Export as a JPEG to downloads. Come back here, grab the picture, come here, All right. This is what AI is all about. Boom. All right. All right, good people. All right, good people. Do I need to just go to DALL-E? Mary, you can go to Sora.com if you pay for ChatGPT, or you can just right within ChatGPT, you can just say, make me an image that has abracadabra, and as I create as I speak, in a surreal DALL-E-like painting, without having the antique filter on, which, by the way, I think I might have heard it from Brandon today. You know how ChatGPT's images have this yellow tinge to them? I'd never heard it before, but it makes perfect sense. People are calling it the piss filter. So you can tell ChatGPT to not use the piss filter, and it will make your images less yellow. You can also just say, don't give it that antique finish, which is what I just did. The piss filter. Isn't that hilarious? Oh, man. Mary, why does ChatGPT render images in the slow mode? Half a year ago, it would pop them up. Well, because, okay, so just to be clear, the image generation in ChatGPT right now is a completely different model than DALL-E 3. The DALL-E 3 model was a standalone image generation model that you would make your prompt in ChatGPT. ChatGPT would take that prompt, rewrite it, and send it over to their image model and generate an image. This new model that's good at text and really good at prompt coherence is native inside of ChatGPT 4.0 and now ChatGPT 5. They are multimodal models. So these images are actually being generated from within the model itself. So could they make it faster? I would flip and hope so. Why it's still this slow is beyond me, but it is. It just is what it is, man. But that's why it's different than it was before. Is it's a completely different model. Share this tab instead. So now I'm inside ChatGPT. I haven't used Sora. Sora within ChatGPT remedial class here. That's okay. So look down your left-hand menu, Mary. You should see new chat, search chats, library. Then you should see codex. And below codex, you should see Sora. And if you click on Sora, it takes you to a different website. And this is where you can make Sora videos. But if you've used Google's VO3 videos, the Sora videos are just horribly bad. They're just really bad. It's just not good. That's another thing. The fact that OpenAI hasn't released their more recent video model is staggering to me. CAD, I create as I speak. CAD. I am having so much trouble with ChatGPT images. I paid $20 a month, just bad, about 2 weeks. Yeah, it's bad. Then I'll just go to VO. Yeah, just go to VO. And quite frankly, if you want like good fast images that do good text, go to Ideogram, or even the image generation within Gemini. Gemini.google.com is good as well, and it's pretty fast. Ideogram.com, or is it .ai? No. Oh, wait. Hang on. Ideogram. Come on. It must be .ai. It is .ai. Ideogram.ai. Mind your tabs. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, producer Brandon. Our most enhanced model. So let me see. Create a surreal image that represents creative self-expression. Create a surreal image that represents and incorporate the words abracadabra, and I create as I speak, without being overtly about magic, just the magic of self-expression. And then I'm going to make this a wide image because that's how I roll. All right. And then we're off. So this is Ideogram. And then if you want really beautiful images, use Midjourney. Ooh, this is a nice one. That's a good one. That reminds me of Emilio's wife. Emilio's wife sneaking in the chat tonight. Very cool. And look, Abracadabra is up in the sunflower. That's cool. I create as I speak. All right, we'll grab this one. Save image as desktop. Abracadabra. All right, and yeah. We're gonna need you to go on ahead and come on in on Saturday. Yeah. La da da dee da dee 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 dee. It's all so magical. All right, post. Boom, 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 boom. Your post is live. All right, let's see what we got going here. Ooh, beautiful. Abracadabra. Ooh, that's beautiful, Corey. Nice. Steve-O. Nice. Ooh, who did that? Claire Jacobs. Beautiful.
Sharing is caring, Kyle.
Oh, did you want me to share my screen?
Just the tab that you're on would be nice.
Yeah, look. Nice. Corey Sandler, Steve-O, Claire. Love that one. Very cool. All right. People are up in water cooler sharing. Nice. I like it. People are sharing the AI stand-up. What's up? In here late per usual. We're doing an AI learning lab flash mob. Oops, LAN. AI learning LAN. All right. All right. Now we can get the show started. I have my little lament about not being fully self-expressed. We got some shit going over on AI Salon, and Brandon told us all about the new Google taking over Apple. I mean, there's a part of me that's like, don't underestimate Apple, but there's a part of me like, I've been overestimating Apple for a decade now. So at this point, well, that's a nice one, Dr. J. Dr. J coming in hot. That's gorgeous. Nice. Here, look at that. Look how cute that is. That purdy. That Dr. J doing purdy work. All right. New post in Irregulars. Let's go to Irregulars, shall we? Carrying on. Yes, Irregulars. Back to school. Yay! You did it! Yay! That's awesome. MP4. Click on video to watch. Oh, cool. Nice. Huh. Yeah, cool. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to start doing more collabs on the salon and get back to connecting with one another. Because I know you connect in chat here, and that's good, but there's something about us, playing with the work. And what I'd like to find a way to do is sort of turn up the quality of the work too, that it's not always just rushing to do something, right? Maybe on an evening. The thing I did the other night with the right, was it last night, the creative improv thing where I decided up front I was going to use a bunch of different tools. We're just bouncing back and forth between them. I think we could do some things in here where we could do some pretty interesting work together. Oh yeah, here's another thing. So I'm in the AI Salon. If you see, like, here's Corey Sandler, right? If you roll over Corey's name, there's this thing here called recognize. So everyone has some amount of points that they can give away. So I've got 2,000 points right now. I can give away. I can share with others. So these are the values of the AI Salon. So with Corey, I'm going to give her the playful, empathetic. Oh, I can only give one. All right, fine. I'll do generous because Corey's really generous. And I'm just going to say, Corey, you rock. Thank you for being such a generous contributor to the community. And then I can recognize her, and she gets that note, and she gets a badge, a generous badge. Okay? So go do that. Go and don't. Here's my request. Don't recognize me. I get plenty of recognition. Go find someone else that you really appreciate in the salon and recognize them. Okay? Salo Silva giving gifts on TikTok. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It means a lot. All right. Corey. Oh, thanks. Never made anything in Sora before. A first tonight. Thanks, Kyle. There you go. TikTok pin. Got it. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, it's just amazing to me. There, like, even within ChatGPT, there is so much to explore. Like, you can't possibly scratch the surface. It's just bonkers. Just bonkers. Hey, you know what would be something fun to try? No, Kyle, why don't you tell us? So you know how these things are good at coding, right? I'm going to share this tab instead. So I'm over here at ChatGPT 5. What I'm going to say, I'm going to flip over to ChatGPT 5 thinking. And then I'm going to turn on. Oh, I can only. Okay. No, I'm not going to turn on anything. I'm going to ChatGPT 5 thinking, and I'm going to say, I want you to create an Ascii Art cat drawing, but I also want the text to be a fully functional Python application that draws, oh, this is good, draws a cat when you run it. So the text makes an Ascii Art cat, as does, wait, and the application draws a cat. All right, I think that's clear, right? Okay. Sala thinks I look like Philip Seymour Hoffman. Thank you, I'll take it. I've gotten that before. It was a little awkward, you know, right around the time he died. People would say that. I was like, it was a little too soon. But he's a great actor, so I will take that as a compliment. Ensuring the full code is cat-shaped. This will be fascinating to see if it can do this. This is a really stupid request of ChatGPT, but it'll be interesting to see how it does it. Puke rainbows, creative. Oh, Erica Hanna, I'm switching platforms so I can make some things on my computer. Thanks for fueling my insomnia, Kyle. You're welcome, Erica. Listen, this is part of my job here is to prevent people from sleeping. Hopefully I get you excited about something, and then off you go. for a couple of hours before sleep. I'm not sure it can really replace people if people know sales skills and whatnot. Don't be so sure. Don't be so sure. I don't know if you've, Ryan, if you've talked with let me see if I've got my iPad charged. If you've talked with advanced voice in ChatGPT, I'll play a fun little game here with it. So just pop this full screen, Brandon. All right, something's funky with my iPad. My ChatGPT is not loading. Get it to sell you a pencil. Yeah, I'm going to. What is going on? What is with my tech? What is with my tech lately, people? All right, I should be able to do this inside a browser, right? Come on. What? I don't know what's going on. Oh, okay. Now it's working. Okay. We're going to put ChatGPT into voice mode. Hey, Quinn, how's it going?
Hey, Kyle. It's going pretty well over here.
Good.
Always happy to chat with you.
Good. So what I want you to do is I want you to, you know, the classic sell me a pen? I want you to take the best sales practices, and I'm going to be kind of a douchey, non-pen buying customer. And I want you to use all your best sales skills and sell me a pen, okay?
Absolutely. I can do that. All right. I'll put on my best smooth sales hat, and you can bring on the challenging customer attitude. We'll see if I can win you over to the wonderful world of pens.
Yeah. How can I help you?
Well, imagine this. You're holding not just any pen, but the one pen that's going to make every little note you jot down
I'm not
feel like
I'm not interested in pens. I like computers. I'm good, thanks. Anything else? I'm done.
Totally fair. I get it. Computers are awesome. But here's the fun part. Even the coolest techie sometimes needs a trusty pen by their side, right? Think of it as the ultimate backup tool.
Quinn. I asked you to dig deeper and sell me a pen like a good salesperson. You know the classic story about asking someone to sell a pen, right?
Absolutely, I do. All right, I'll really lean into it.
No.
So let me start fresh.
Tell me what the secret is to selling a pen.
Gotcha. All right, so the classic secret is basically to create a need or a desire that the customer didn't realize they have. So instead of just pitching the pen as an object, you kind of turn it into something that solves a problem or makes their life easier. It's all about finding that angle. So let's say, you're someone who loves tech.
Yeah, okay, you got it. So now sell me, now act as that salesperson and sell me like that.
All right, here we go. So Kyle, imagine this pen is more than just a pen. It's actually your emergency bridge between those high-tech moments. When your tablet's out of juice or you just need to sketch an idea super quick. It's like having a little creative sidekick in your pocket.
Yeah,
so
but can I do that?
Chance,
can I do that with any pen? I can just do that with a Bic pen. Why do I need your pen?
Absolutely fair question. And you're right, a Bic pen can write too. But what I'm offering you is not just any pen. It's a pen that's going to feel just right in your hand. It's about how it feels, how it glides, and it's that little boost of confidence when you sign something important. So sure, any pen can write, but this pen?
So to assume that that's not going to get better, and to assume that, it can't do a successful outbound sales call, I think is probably, short-sighted. So yeah, I think that every job is going to be reimagined. And now it may take a while, right? But here's what's going to happen. Outbound salespeople, if you've ever tried to hire a salespeople, they're really hard to hire. Anyone good, it is a small percentage of people that you hire. So what's going to happen is this. If I hire 100 outbound salespeople and 5 of them are awesome and 10 of them beyond that are good, that's probably a decent percentage. 85% suck, right? If outbound AI agents that can call 24/7 globally exceed that 15% success rate, if all of a sudden it starts to be like 30% of those calls are successful rather than 15% of those calls are successful, why would I not do that? So I think we're going to see this in every single discipline. So don't assume that just because it's a person there. Now, there may be certain kinds of sales, like high-end consultative sales, where the trust of the human being is more important than what they say. So it depends on the kind of sales you're talking about. But it's going to be more and more rare that you're going to need a human being. You may choose to have them, but you might not need one. Is she busy Friday night? I know, that's my girlfriend. I love her. Producer Brandon, please poke Kyle about save the date for AI Festivus 2025. Listen, I'm still going out on a limb here that it feels like it should be 2026. But, you've got your whole Jimmy Fallon, what's his name, controversy that you're probably still charged up about that. So I'm not going to fight you on the year. All right? Just because you're right mathematically doesn't mean you're right from my emotional state. Okay? So just to be clear. Okay. Yes, Ann Murphy. So as you may remember, the weekend between Christmas and New Year's, this last year, I'll give it to Ann, it was 2024, we did this thing called AI Festivus, where we brought together 34 speakers over 24 hours. It was 12 hours one day, then we took a 12-hour break, then it was 12 hours the next day. So it was a 36-hour stint with 24 hours of programming. We put it together in 2 weeks. It was absolutely remarkable. We had thousands of people show up. I think we averaged 564 people per hour on average. It was just crazy. We're doing it again this year because neither Ann nor myself are mentally stable. Okay? Important to know. But we're doing it again. And we're doing it with some planning. Like last year, we planned it in 2 weeks. We pulled that off in 2 weeks. But I want you to save the date. I don't know what the exact date is, but it'll be that weekend. It'll be a Friday night, like a Friday 12, probably like 9 to 9 on Friday, and then 9 to 9 on Saturday. And then I think what we'll do, Ann, I'm making this call live here, is we will do an after party for the people, because what happened was we got done with 24 hours of programming and people were so fired up. They're like, we want to keep going. So I think we will set up the after party as a just basically fucking hang out until you pass out. We'll just see how long it goes. And we'll leave that open through Sunday, I think. We'll do something like that. So mark the date. Here's the deal. You're going to be like home with the family, right? And when I don't know when Christmas falls, but what's going to happen, or Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, you're going to be with the family. And the first day you're going to be like, I love being with my family. They're great. And then by the third day, you're going to be like, I want to commit homicide. And then AI Festivus will be there to save you. You can excuse yourself from your family and say, I've got some work I've got to do, and just come hang out with us. Okay? Save the date. We don't have the date. But you do have a general broad like someone could go find the dates right now. Like if we had a producer could find the dates on the weekend between Christmas and New Year's 2025 would be possible. Okay, Friday the 26th. Okay, so the day after Christmas, this is good, through Sunday the 28th, okay? So we'll do Friday 9 to 9, Saturday 9 to 9, and then we'll do an after party that starts at 9 p.m. and goes until you insane people stop. I forgot. I have a meeting. It's 12 hours long. Yes, again the next day. Exactly. Well, and here's the thing. You've got enough planning now that you can sort of butter up the family to say that they really should get their shit together with AI. Because Grandpa's about to get laid off from the consulting company. So Grandpa might want to get his shit together with AI, and you can bring Grandpa along. All right. Yeah, if you go to areyoureadyforai.com. So what we did out of last year's Festivus. So the thing about Festivus, and we're committed to doing that this year. We're figuring out how to do it because this is to run this thing. There's a lot, but we're trying to get it underwritten. So the whole idea with Festivus is it's free. It's like 24 hours of insanely good programming for free. What we did was we took the content from AI Festivus and we grouped it. So basically what happened was people were like, this content's so good, can you turn this into a training? So Ann and I, together with Vicky Baptiste, took the content, organized it, extracted the kind of lessons that went across the videos, and put together a training called the AI Readiness Training training program. So if you go to areyoureadyforai.com, you go to there you go. That's it. Thank you. If you go to that URL right there, that's the training that we generated out of the content of AI Festivus. All the videos from AI Festivus are in the training. So you watch the videos, and then the training is not questions about the videos. It's about lessons that are in all of the videos. It's a really amazing thing. So if you want to get your shit together with AI and shift into an AI forward mindset, that's what's going on there. All right. Thank you for that reminder, Anne. I am aspiring to get 1/3 as good at promoting my shit as Anne has been lately. You've been killing it. So has Vicky. Both of you are just killing it with self-promotion, and I'm really proud of you. And it is a reminder to myself to have someone to aspire to. So I do. I got to get my shit together is another way to put it. All right. What time is it? It's time. New shares in Irregulars. And look what I made. Beautiful. Love it. All right. Let's go to look what I made. And I'm going to share this tab. I'm going to jump over to look what I made. Vicky Baptiste. Oh, we got a video. I learned a new sport while I was on vacation. Oh, nice. Cool. Love it. Gorgeous. I'm a huge fan of things that look analog in these models. All right, good people. All right, good people. Listen. I'm gonna get out of here. So we're gonna start. Expect over the next few weeks, we're gonna start getting more collaborative in here, and I'm gonna start pushing you to be more collaborative in the AI Salon. I want to spin the energy back up in the salon, in the online community, for a whole bunch of reasons. But primarily because all of us deserve to be connected with people that are up to some stuff and doing cool stuff and sharing that cool stuff, and that'll inspire us to do stuff and share stuff. And I just want to turn the heat up on that again. So I'm really excited about that. Black Bar. So tomorrow, Rick McCauley, who's been in the comments on YouTube, is putting together a pre-show podcast, a pre-show for this show. I think is the way I think it's put together. And producer Brandon is joining Rick McCauley on that podcast. So for the 2 hours before this starts at 10 p.m. Eastern, is that right?
Yep. Yeah. It's 8 p.m. Eastern starting. You start at 10. We start at 8. And
Yeah.
so
you're going to start at 8. And then how do the good people find you guys?
Yeah. So if you follow me or Rick on LinkedIn, we'll give you the details. It's going to be on Rick's YouTube starting in a week, but we've still got to figure out.
Can you make an event in the salon, or is that?
Yeah, we'll promote it in the non-salon events and also Irregulars Channel.
Okay, good.
But here's the thing. So tomorrow we're on Zoom, and the reason we're on Zoom is because we have to figure out like timing, marking. We have to figure out camera angles, and this is going to be the behind-the-scenes preview of what the show is going to be. So if you want to help shape the future of what Rick and I are doing, I'm joking. Producer Brandon got his own spinoff.
Yeah, exactly.
While I'm up here, real quick, people are asking about your Ascii cat before you leave.
Good question. Print doc script. Save as cat.py. Oh, but it's just basically printing an Ascii cat. That wasn't what I wanted it to do. Oh, can't see it. Look, this isn't what I wanted it to do. So what it did, okay, ChatGPT, you're a bit more of a smartass than I anticipated. So it basically made an Ascii cat and then basically just said, print that to screen. You can't see it. You can see it a little bit, right? Yeah, you can see it a little bit. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say, that is a cop-out. What I wanted was the cat itself to be written in Python code that also was formatted organically to look like a cat, and then the code generates a cat picture, not just reprint the Ascii cat you made. So let's call it a Python code cat that also generates a cat with the same Python code. So let's see if it'll do that. But it did make a nice ASCII cat. One of the things that that these large language models didn't do very well for a long time was Ascii Art. That's a pretty good ASCII cat. I'm the comedian to your Rolling Stones at Kyle. That's great. Yeah, no, it's very cool. And Side Hustle Mimi actually admitted she hasn't been super active in the salon. That's okay. Listen, online communities are weird, and we kind of ebb and flow in and out of them. And one of the things that made the salon, an active place to begin with was there was a lot of back and forth between this channel and the salon, and I think I just want to start pushing that again. And I also want to start part of what I was talking about putting myself out there more is talking more about the things I do. Like I want to grow this channel, the AI Learning Lab. I want to grow the viewership of this live. Like we have a lot of fun here, but I want to get different people in here and including you, but new people on a regular basis. And the only way to do that is to sort of get the word out and be active in a bunch of different places. So that's part of where this is coming from. I just joined the actual salon tonight because I kept forgetting. Beautiful. Love that. Okay. Response. You wanted the source itself to look like a cat and the program to generate a cat without just parroting a doc string. So here's a single Python file where the top of the file is visually a cat embedded as harmless literal. So the code still runs. It still doesn't get it. Okay. I will call this a failure and pick up with you. Pick up tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow, Brandon. Lordy. All right, I'm going to get on out of here. All right, I hope you had a good time tonight. And wait a minute, hair in my eye. Yeah, go connect with one another. So the whole point of the salon is not just to post shit. Start to connect with one another, right? Connect with one another in between this thing here. Talk about projects you're working on. Talk about ideas you have. I can only think that as we go into the holiday season and kind of emerge into 2026, if I look at 2025 as that was the year that large language models got real, this is the year that large language models got real. I think 2026 is going to be when large language models got good enough that they actually start disrupting work. Depending on which news article you read, AI is already disrupting work, but I think 2026 is where we really start to see it happening in bigger numbers. And so what that means is now's the time to get connected in community and start to build those relationships, because we're going to have to get entrepreneurial and do things like that if we get disrupted. And so the more the merrier is the way I think about it. Martin and Sexton and Tom Waits with a spike of Linda Ronstadt. Nice. All right. Open source AI. Thank you so much for the diff hustle Mimi. Oh, Brandon. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. From producer Brandon to Vicky to mods on TikTok to everyone commenting. I love that this is a lively place, and let's make it more so. All right, groovy. Anything else? I don't think so. No, I'll see you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Same bat time, same bat place. Later.